Hey there, everybody. So, there was a conversation today in the Discord, and it had to do with how to prepare yourself for a raid. And so, it dawned on me that while there are plenty of raid videos and all these other videos out there, that there really isn't anything that I'm aware of or I've done, that really will help you understand exactly how things work. So I decided I'd help. So the first thing that you need to know is that in order to raid, you must be level 60. Once you're level 60 and you have everything else going on, you'll want to come over here and you'll turn the dial until you hit the spot that it'll actually look like. When you hit it, the white dot will right here will come up. It will not come up until you actually run across it. Now I've already called the raiders, so next thing you're going to do is come over here and the raiders will give you 5 tasks. You have to complete each of these 5 tasks in order to get your raid base. Now, once you've gotten your raid base, you go and do the raid. You can search it up on YouTube and then say, okay, well, hey, that's my raid base, and do it. Now, here's what you need to know. When you raid, you get this threat of attack. The first time that you do it, you will actually have just one skull and it will start a countdown of 24 hours. What that means is, from that moment, the next 24 hours, you can be raided back. During that time frame, the raids, what'll happen is you can be raided. They'll break in. You can see this hole right here. I had a stone wall. This one was another stone wall. Right here. Oops, I can't get that way. Nope, I can't get that way. Right here behind my garage, you'll see garages do not count in raids. You don't see them in the raids that you do. You won't see them. The AI don't see them either. They absolutely can break the walls behind them. So as you can see, I have these other holes. These were all done by AI during the revenge raids. So you want to make sure that your base is protected before you start. Now, if you don't have metal walls like I do, there are a few things that you can do to protect yourself. I'll go over those in a minute. The first thing that you can do is have this right here. I have a bait rack. You just need a bait chest. You need a regular level 1 box. That's all you need. And you put stuff in it. Ignore the water bottles. I needed space. Like dead armor. Truck wheels are great. If you use things like scrap metal, it's got to be a completely full stack. If you do a partial stack, the AI will pick it up and they'll go, hey, I want more. Let's go break walls. And they will. And it'll hurt. Fixing the walls that they break is not at all fun. Okay, so you'll want to make sure that you have a great bait chest to begin with. Now, some things that go great in the bait chests to start: dead armor. If you don't have dead armor and you really want to raid, I would start with level 2 armor if you can let it go. Things that stack metal shards, they work great. Turret parts, they love. I wouldn't necessarily suggest putting stuff in there that you can't afford to let go of, but obviously you're going to have to do something, right? Oh, I don't have any more room there. So, the bait chest is arguably the most important thing that you can do to protect your base in the event of a revenge raid. Because when those AI come, if they open this up and they get full, they're going to simply leave. They're not going to go through and busting your walls. If they get crap stuff and they're like, I don't want that, they're gonna. Occasionally, they do anyway. So, why dead armor? Because to the AI, this armor isn't dead to them at all. All they see is the armor. They don't have durability levels in their eyes. They don't see that. So, things that are expensive, things that recycle too expensive, so truck wheels, They're going to be expensive. They recycle to steel. They like those. Dead guns. Um, Another one that I've heard people use, but I have never tried. Oh, wait, I can actually do it here. I'm going to see is spears. Now, regular spears, no. But if you, okay, if you have mods on your spears, see, I have two really good mods. They like those. They're modded weapons now. They're not just a spear. It's a good melee. So I'm actually going to test this theory and have a few extra spears and see what they do. Let's do this. Let's put some of this in here and put some in there. Okay, so the next thing that you want to pay attention to when you're doing your raid, let me take those back out. Did I miss anything? Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to pay attention to is the risk that you take in doing this. Because whatever happens, you absolutely run the risk of having your base broken into. Now, if you imagine my walls weren't steel and they come and they have all my chests available, they're going to break a bunch and I'm going to lose very important stuff. So how do I protect myself? Give me 1 second to empty and I will explain that to you. Where in the hell is my little orange ball? There it is. Okay, so how do you protect yourself when you get this revenge raid? Well, the first thing is before you get the revenge raid, do your best to protect your base. So first thing I'm going to show you now, well, not first thing, but now I'm going to show you how to protect your base with nothing more than just plain wood. So when we're in Discord and we're talking about honeycombing, honeycombing is a simple method that you would use. Let me just put down those. It's a simple method that you're going to use that costs nothing more than a few stacks of wood. The benefit of honeycombing is this. When the raiders come to raid you, they have a specific maximum number of hatchets, level 2 hatchets, and C4 that they can use. This is how this works. And so, if you have enough level 1 walls between them and your good stuff, they can't get to your good stuff. They can't use C4 on your level 1 walls. It's against their algorithm. So there's a maximum number. I'm not sure what the maximum number is. I think it's something like 7 or 8, give or take. But if you pay attention and you do it properly, it's a very easy thing to overcome. So even if you assume, I actually could have done it right here. Let's say that this chest right here, this is the most important stuff right here. I'm going to guard these. If you count out, well, mine isn't in the exact middle, but if you count out 7 walls, that's the most that they can use, or 8, I would imagine, to get in there. But they don't. They usually break 1 or 2 and then go another way and break a couple more. They don't like break a straight row to get in. Anyway, this is how you honeycomb. I'm going to use walls just so you can see. But a honeycomb is basically like the bee structure honeycomb, which is where we take it from. It's literally just little tiny squares like so. And you can use doors. Doors can make your game lag quite a bit. Oh, I needed more wood. And I locked myself in there. Okay, duh. Let's try this again. Use doors when you need to. Anyway, so, wait, that looks really wrong. Let me get some more wood. When I grabbed out the stack of wood, I was thinking more along the lines of not having to make the floors. Okay, so this is effectively what your honeycomb structure would look a lot like. Let's just make all these walls really quick. And it can be a door, a window, or a wall. It doesn't really matter. But this is the honeycomb structure right there. Imagine that your good stuff was in the middle. They would have to get through 2 walls just to get to that one. Now, if you imagine making it larger, or like my metal room right here, if you imagine all that filled with honeycomb like that, and this gun rack in the center being my good stuff, they're not going to be able to get to it. Yes, the AI know where your stuff is. Yes, they know how to get to your stuff, but they're not that smart. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to do. So, first things first is having a base that can protect you. Now, a lot of people will say don't raid until you have stone walls at least, but a level, just a stone wall itself, is not going to protect you. You can see right here that they can break through stone walls. They can actually break through quite a few. These holes that I have, oh look, that was from my revenge raid. These holes that I have in stone, those are all actual walls that they just busted down. Right here, oh my god, move. Where these beds are, this wall that you see right here, I actually had walls there, walls here, and walls here. This was my little quarantine zone. And I had little bedrooms, as you can see, little bedrooms set up for each quarantine patient. And they broke all those walls. So they do. Oh, look, there's a wolfie out here trying to kill me. Let's see where he's at. Why is he not coming? We're gonna go kill him. Okay, so the main things are protecting yourself, your base, by making sure that your base is as good as it can possibly be. If you can't do that, the next step is to have this honeycomb structure built. Now, even if you honeycomb, there's no guarantee that your stuff is going to be 100% protected until you get yourself to the point, where it is 100% protected. That means either metal walls or, more likely, well, yeah, because you can't, metal walls are not an easy thing to do, or more likely, moving your stuff to a place where it's safe. So I'm going to show you that. I'll be right back. I went through all that, and guess what? I hit the wrong button. Yeah, dumb Ariane. Okay, let's try that one again. Okay. So here we are at Bunker Alpha. Or Bravo, sorry. I just went through all this, so now my brain is like, what in the hell? Okay. One of the best things about Bunker Bravo and Alpha is that they have these lockers that you can use, and they have storage that does not reset. There's 120 total spaces available in these lockers. Now, you can fill them up and they won't reset, so they'll just sit here with whatever you put in them. One of the benefits of having them up here, gotta pee, hold that thought. One of the benefits of having them up here is because the floor doesn't reset, you can actually leave a dead body here and this body will not reset either. Now, just like when you die down here playing the game, if you die down there and leave your body, it will reset. Up here, where the lockers are, it won't. So I use tactical backpacks. Obviously, you can use this with any backpack, but the bigger backpack you're carrying when you die, the more spaces you'll have. So what you do is you fill up your backpack here. You have, this button. You fill up your backpack, and then you have all of these spaces filled and armor spaces. The best thing when you're doing it at the bunkers is to bring stuff with you that you're going to use at the bunkers. Excuse me, you don't want to come with truck wheels or rubber parts because you're just going to have to bring those back home when you need them. So you come here. It's best to come with really low food or water, for the simple fact that there's nothing up here to kill you except being hungry or thirsty. So then you just find a spot out of the way. I would not suggest doing it right in here, as it makes it a little bit harder to access the lockers if the circle for the dead body is covering one of them. But over in this area or right out here is perfectly fine. So you find a spot, you stand there, and you watch some TV until you die. What ends up happening is your dead body is here, And it actually gives you another, I think it's 17 spaces. Yes, because all of this down here, or most of this, was in a locker over there. So it gives you 17 extra spaces when you wear a tactical backpack. So I have a total of 60 spaces right here that I didn't have before. 60 spaces in your base plus 120 lockers. That's 180 spots. That's a lot of extra room. Okay, now we'll show you somewhere else. Hold on. Okay, so you know that you can do it at Bravo. You also can do it at Alpha. But one thing a lot of people don't know is the watchtowers also do not reset. So one of the great things about the watchtowers is where their location is it actually can benefit you. So by leaving a body hit this watchtower, for example, you could leave your badges for the police station or armor and guns for waves that you can use later, or tickets for Bunker Alpha so that you're not having to go back and forth, especially if you have a lot of tickets. For up here, you could actually have hatchets and armor and food available so that when you're going back and forth to the red zones, you have the ability of just pit stopping here to get more hatchets and dropping off oak, for example, that you can then take home and refill your dead body. Right now, if you don't have the dead body full up all the way, it actually is okay because you can go back. Now, I don't have a body here, so I'm going to show you exactly how the dead body process works. Well, I do have a dead body, but this body will disappear. So I'll be back. Okay. So, like I was saying, up there in that zone, because of the oak, having stuff up there that you would need for the oak zone could be very important. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some hatchets. I did grab some, out of my inventory, duct tape. I don't do too much oak farming, but I'm going to make these just to show you. I think that's enough for now. Now you could actually go there. So, okay, let me start this way. So you've got to make one hatch, or to make 5 hatchets, you would need 25 bars, 25 duct tape. Then you would need some nails and some wood. So for the 6 stacks, it would make you 5, or not 6 full stacks, but 6 spots. It would make 5 hatchets. However, because it's not a full stack, it's 25, it actually makes more sense if you have the ability to bring supplies and not the hatchets. The hatchets take up more room in the sense that for the amount of supplies that I have here, I can't actually hold that much, that many hatchets. So I'm going to really quick just calculate it out and bring what I need. I'll be right back. Okay, so by my calculations, what I have in my inventory right now is what I would need to make 32 hatchets. But obviously, I don't have 32 hatchets worth of room. So now what I'm going to do is put some of this in here. And I'm going to grab food and water. And then probably a little armor. So we'll take water, a couple foods. We'll take a set of SWAT armor. And we'll put that and that. Okay, so now I have as much as I can carry with me in my chopper and my body. I have 15 food, so I'm going to go now. Now my chopper doesn't matter because it's going to come home with me. But when we return, it will. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're here, oh, my dead body stinks. That is so funny. And that does happen. You could only see it for a minute, but when I was here, when I died and I was stinky. Okay, so I have 12 health. At this point, what I need to do is just wait for it to happen. I'm going to switch out. It doesn't really matter, but this is just for my own self. This is what my body is. Actually, I want to do that because I want to switch out that. Perfect. Okay. So what is on my body right now? Everything that you see, this is what is going to appear in this backpack or in my dead body, my corpse, when I come back. So as my hunger counts down, obviously I will end up dying. It's important when you do this. You don't want to eat. You don't want to come here with a full stomach if you can avoid it. Otherwise, just put the phone down, watch some TV, go take a pee, eat some McDonald's or whatever, and then come back and see what happens. So I want my dead body pretty close to where the edge is. I don't want to have to actually run all the way in here to find it. And it will stay in the same spot. So I'm just going to leave myself right here. And next time I pop in, I will have died. So I'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, I am almost dead. I'm hungry and I've died of hunger. So now at this point, I'm going to revive, and obviously I'm going to be back at my base where I'm going to have to grab some gas because this has been a very expensive energy and gas wise tutorial to make for you. But you guys are so worth it, and I really hope that it helps. Oh, I better focus on that too. Okay, so we still have that in our thing, but remember we have those extra spots. So I want to bring up stuff that my my guy can use. So for me, that's going to be clothes and stuff, armor. Give me 1 second because I need a new backpack. Mine is now dead back there. But lucky for me, I have a whole bunch in my inbox still. Okay, so let's bring some more health. I'd rather bring too much than not enough. So I'm gonna look. There's gonna be 17 spots that I can fill, and I really want to make sure that I fill them all. So we have plenty of stuff for hatchets. Let's go ahead and make sure that we bring plenty of heals and armor. Let's go ahead and grab another full set. And that should, what am I missing? Oh, shoes. Oh, nope, I got some. All right. Okay, so we actually have a couple spots too many. 5, 10, 15. Oh, nope, I can't count. Oh, plus the set of armor that I'm wearing. Now let's grab some more heavy melee. All right. I'd rather be able to pick and choose. Oh, and gas. I did say I needed gas. Let's put this in this one. You know what? It would be really smart of me to actually leave gas there just in case. So I'm going to bring a stack too. Let's go ahead and I can make another tutorial another day and explain how to stock up on gas like I have. Okay, so we're going to head back up to the watchtower. Now, I'm using up a lot of gas and energy, but realistically, you're not going to have to do this more than once. I mean, you can only have one dead body. So 2 trips is all you're going to need. And you're able to just do it from there. I want to wait. All right, so let's go ahead and drive back. I'll be back. Okay, so as we're loading in, Again, we're at the North Watchtower, and this particular one is going to be for the oak zones. I don't do the snow zones ever, really. So here's my dead body. As you can see, she's fully clothed. But here's all this brilliant room that I now have. So I have all of this room here to make hatchets all that to make hatchets for later. So now I'm going to just order it a little bit better for my own self. You can remove the backpack, I believe, because now that's just a dead body, but I'm going to leave it because I never know when I'm actually going to need it there. We're going to leave the gas because that's going to be important. And we're going to need health because that's also going to be important. So food and water. And then we will leave this set of armor too. So now we have everything. Oops, I want to move that up there just because my OCD is bugging me with the food up there. All right. So now let's do that. Okay. That's a little bit better. All right. Oh, yeah, because there's, okay. Sorry, OCD sucks. So I have exactly what I need here to make 32. Yes, you can see it's not a full stack, and that's just because I didn't want to have extras later. And then I have armor and melee, heals, and food with water, plus gas to get home if I ever needed it. So now I have just made it so that 60 spots in my base, well, I didn't have all that duct tape in my base, it was in my inbox, but that's not the point. I've made 60 extra spaces in my base, but the benefit of this for you guys is whatever you put in here cannot be stolen by raiders. So when it comes to your bait chests, not your bait chests, to your raiding, you could come here with, say, steel, aluminum, copper, your important guns. You could come here with your SWAT gear. You could come here with anything that you want to protect from the raiders. That's what's most important. So let's say you did have this body. You could switch it out for whatever you want, whenever you want. That's what matters, is the ability to move stuff around the map. So now let's think about this in terms of the map. As soon as it opens back up. Now I don't have the ATV, so this watchtower I can't access. Neither can you probably, if you're watching this. So you have watchtower number 1. You have watchtower number 2. Bunker number 1 and bunker number 2. That is 4 places where you can leave a backpack or a corpse that holds 60 spots. For anybody just beginning raiding, that's going to be a lot of extra stuff when you add in the fact that you have lockers at the bunker. That's going to be all your important stuff. Stuff that you can find in zones, with the exception of guns and C4, are not really that important. Yes, it would suck to lose a couple stacks, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important. So you want to make sure that what you're moving, because it does take a lot to go back and forth, you want to make sure what you're moving is of the utmost importance. So, next step. Let's say you've been raided. They only took your bait chest, but now what? As soon as you leave your base, when you pop back to the map, you are going to get a notification that an event has popped up. I don't remember what exactly it says. And right about here, you will have little footsteps going across that indicate that it's a revenge raid. That's how you can tell the difference between a revenge raid and a regular raid, is these little footsteps across the screen. The revenge raid is great because you don't have to pay raiders for it, and most of the time you can search it. So that's the next step, is when you get this revenge raid, the first thing that you want to do is go search it up on YouTube. And I will show you that really quick. Okay, so here we are on videos that I've done, haha. As you can see, all of my raid titles, it'll say LDOE Raid. Oops, didn't mean to open that one up. it'll say that it's a raid, and some of them will have the words revenge raid. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the search button and you're going to type in the name of the raid. So right here, oops, stop it. Let's say AL746. So you're going to type in the name and LDOE. And what will pop up will be a full list of people that have done it. Now, my suggestion is to go through and do it by upload date. And the reason being is not that it changes, but it's a lot easier to watch the newer videos. Plus, you're more likely to find me. Find the one that you want to watch, and it will explain it to you. So I'm actually going to, oops, there we go. So you can see here that right here across the screen, the footsteps, that tells you again, that's your revenge raid. So now you know how to begin a raid. You know how to make your bait chest. You know how to honeycomb. You know how to find your revenge raid. Once you've found your revenge raid, you're going to watch the video and you're going to identify exactly what you need to bring and where you want to go. Not all revenge raids are made the same. And the reason that I say that is because some revenge raids, they require a lot of work and planning and watching, because a lot of them don't have just a small little base that you're going to raid. Sometimes you end up with a huge base and you have to figure out where you want to go, what you're going to take, what you're going to do, instead of just, oh, I think I'll watch this and I'm just going to go grab some stuff. It doesn't always work like that. So I want you to be aware that it takes some planning involved, but that's okay. Those are the fun ones. Those are the ones that you really want to do. Oops, that water bottle is going to bug me in there. Okay. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't shown you. Really quick, I will show you the cost of walls. So obviously a level 1 wall is literally just going to be one piece of wood. To upgrade the level 1 to a 2, this is what you need for the flooring. This is what you need for the walls. To upgrade to stone, this is what you need for the flooring. And this is what you need for the walls. And then to upgrade to metal, this is for the floor, and that's for the wall. And as you can see, I don't quite have enough steel. I will have some more steel very soon, though. Gonna buy that last pack. I just haven't yet. So, if you can afford to, I would highly suggest buying this metal room ASAP. The sale is gonna go away pretty quick, but it's 80% off, and it does not happen very often. That is one of the best deals in the game. Having that 3x3 stone rune can make you. I have a much bigger one because I've bought quite a few and I've played for quite some time, so I had a lot more steel. Eventually I'm going to be able to finish those holes and then break this steel room, but that's not happening yet. Okay, so anyway, yes, you have the truck. No, it does not technically count as a bait chest, although you can have stuff in it. You really want to have a separate box stashed. The absolute minimum that you want to have in here is going to be 15 items. Anything less than that, and the raiders are going to look at you like you're crazy and probably still raid you anyway. So it's important to have a decent amount of stuff so that the raiders don't just break into your building. Let me go ahead and take those out there, because now I've taken a bunch of wood, I can switch out. Okay, so I think that I've covered everything that I can think of when it comes to doing your revenge or doing your raiding period. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask a question in the comments. I do read and respond to every comment. The only ones that I don't respond to are ones that don't deserve response, and that's usually people that um, are either rude or try to like be weird with me. Um, I am happily married. I have two grown children, well, almost grown. I have a teenage son who's 14, and I have an adult son. Yes, they're my own biological children. Uh, so it's kind of awkward when people flirt with me because I'm happily married. That said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that I've shown you in any of my videos, always feel free to ask. If there's anything that you don't understand or that you'd like me to make a tutorial for you on, all you have to do is ask. I am more than happy to make a tutorial for anybody on any subject in the game that they have questions about. If it's something that I can't do, like I just don't know, for example, I'm going to tell you I don't know. There are a few things that I don't know. Mods, for example, I don't understand those things. They drive me crazy. I don't get them. Um, but I'll try. I will try to do anything that I can for you guys. And if I can't figure it out, I'll ask someone. So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this has helped you. Have a great day. Bye, guys.